Hey folks, retired old soldier 1987. I'm also going to do this video and post it on my channel, Old Guy Fitness 1969, because it kind of crosses over. Last time on the retired old soldier, we talked about the things I did as a sergeant major with fitness. One of the things I did is when I was a command sergeant major, I had a battalion based out of Richmond, Virginia, but one of my units was in Alexandria, Virginia. Well, that unit, as medics, they supported the Army 10 miler every year. They ran a water station, but they were also medics. Okay, so as the sergeant major, they're out there, they're supporting this, and a couple of the soldiers ran it. I felt that in order to lead by example, I needed to do the same. So I hadn't done this before. I'd never done, can't remember if I'd ever run 10 miles before this, but I signed up for the Army 10 miler in 2022. So the race was in October. I started training in August of 2022. And I started, my first run was a 12.5-minute mile, 2.5 miles. I was horrendous, but I just kept working. And I didn't have a training plan. I didn't have anything set up. I just went out and started running. And I was running 2, 3, 4 days a week whenever I could make time. Because for me, it was important to be able to, I didn't have to run fast, but I wanted to be able to complete the race. I wanted to run past my soldiers at water point 7 of the Army 10 miler, and to be able to yell out there and yell to them and let them know that their sergeant major was right there with them. I was doing the exact same thing they were. So I did that, and I started working. So from August of 2022 to October 22, I was able to get my time down, and I ran the Army 10 miler, and I averaged 10 minutes a mile. And for some of you folks out there, you're saying, oh my gosh, that's slow as hell. Well, I was in my 50s and I hadn't run that much, and I was old and fat, but you know what? I'm pretty daggone proud of what I did and what I could do for them soldiers, because I helped motivate them, right? It's not always about, being the best at something, but helping to motivate others. So I was able to do that, and I'm pretty proud of it. I'm happy I did that. Somewhere in the mix there, and this will get into other videos, somewhere in the mix, I started to like running. So before I ran the Army 10 miler, I signed up for a half marathon back here in Indianapolis. That was going to happen the month after the Army 10 miler. It's amazing how stuff like that can just catch on and can stick with you. So again, if you like what you're hearing, if you want to hear more about my experiences, by all means hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, reach out, add some comments down below. I'd love to hear from you all, see what you think, if you like what I'm doing. If you don't, regardless. So until my next video, have a good one.